What's up, everyone? My name is Rad, and I'm here today bringing you my guide on Xingqiu for 2023. I'll be going over his talents, skills, constellations, recommended weapons, artifact sets, and team compositions. I'll also give you my overall thoughts on him near the end of the video. I'm going to make all of my character guides as concise as possible, so we're looking at hopefully under 10 minutes for each one. One thing I will add this time around is these guides are not in depth. I don't go over hypothetical numbers, theories, etc. They are more of a quick, generalized, straight to the point recommendations for these characters. Some, but not everyone, will have or want to see a video that is 10, 15, 20 minutes long. The final result is to provide as much information within a condensed time period, so that you can see what to potentially use, what direction to build, or who to team with for these characters. Just wanted to establish this as I felt is very important for current or future viewers to know. Without further ado, let's drop that transition. Talents. So combat talents first. Guhua style. This is just Xingqiu's normal attack. Elemental skill. Guhua sword, a fatal rain. Queen Xingqiu performs a dual strike that dishes out hydro damage, creates maximum amount of swords that hover around him. This will be 3 for base and 4 with a constellation. The swords provide the following: when the current character on the field takes damage, it'll use up a sword and reduce the amount of damage you take. Also increases resistance to interruption. 20% of Xingqiu's hydro damage bonus converts into an additional damage reduction for the rain sword. With these combined, the maximum amount you can achieve for additional damage reduction is 24%. This skill will also provide the wet status on the user. Elemental burst. Guhua sword, rain cutter. This will provide illusory or out of the blue sword rain. Triggers alongside every normal attack. Upon the first normal attack, 2 sword rain will trigger. Then the second normal attack, 3 sword rain will trigger. The pattern is as follows: 2, 3, 2, 3, and so on. There is a 1-second interval per trigger, with there being 15 seconds uptime. This is for a base or no constellation Xingqiu. It does change slightly with a constellation, but I'll talk about that in a bit. Passive talents. Hydropathic. When a rain sword is used up or its summon expires, it will regenerate HP for the current character on the field based off 6% of Xingqiu's max XP. Example, if only 1 sword is left and Xingqiu has 10,000 HP, then that sword will regenerate 600 HP back for the current character. It does stack if you have even more swords up. Blades amidst raindrops. Xingqiu just gains a flat 20% hydro bonus damage, and this one, self-explanatory. Constellations. Just some quick words. Constellations are not an absolute necessity for characters. They mainly just provide quality of life improvements and better enhanced skills, bursts, or utility. Yes, some do get wild power spikes, I understand, but every character is viable in some way or form, even with no constellations. Just have fun with who you like and play how you want. Just like Fischl from my previous guide, Xingqiu's constellations are great. I'll be skipping C3 and C5 as they only provide 3 levels to his skills. C1, the scent remained. This increases his maximum amount of rain swords, so it goes from 3 to 4. C2, Rainbow Upon the Azure Sky, extends his elemental burst by 3 seconds, also decreases enemies' hydro resistance by 15% for 4 seconds when hit by his sword rain attacks. If there is a constellation where I recommend to stop at, it would be this one. This one really ramps up damage for Xingqiu or any hydro user paired alongside him. C4, Evil Soother. During the length of time Xingqiu's elemental burst is up, his elemental skill will dish out an increased 15% damage. 50, not 15. I don't want people to mix that up. 50. Gotcha. C6, hence called in my own verses. Essentially, during his elemental burst, every other third normal attack will trigger 5 sword rain. So earlier I mentioned that it was 2, 3, 2, 3 for the pattern, but with this constellation it becomes 2, 3, 5, 2, 3, 5, and so on. It can be a bit confusing because with the way the constellation is worded, it only says a greatly increase in damage. It doesn't say how it does it though. Also, when every sword rain attack connects, it will regenerate 3 energy for Xingqiu. Hopefully this mini explanation helps. Weapons. This one I'm going to keep short. The best weapon for Xingqiu is Sacrificial Sword. Even at Refinement 1, his burst is a high energy cost and Xingqiu can run into energy problems. With Sacrificial Sword, you have the potential to proc your elemental skill twice, thus provide an easier energy recharge for him. I recommend that with Sacrificial Sword for you to have around 170% energy recharge. You'll be totally alright with that. Other substitutes in the 4-star category are Favonius Sword the Sapwood Blade, mainly for the energy recharge they provide. For 5 stars, I would honestly say Skyward Blade provides lots of energy recharge, and passive provides a minor amount of crit weight. Without any of those weapons though, I recommend somewhere around 220 to 240% energy recharge. If this is the case, then other weapons I recommend are the Primordial Jade Cutter, provides godly crit rate up to 44% at level 90. Passive also increases HP, which provides better heals for his rain swords, and also I believe it provides a attack bonus based of 1.2% of the user's HP. And also Mistsplitter Reforge, passive provides a flat 12% elemental bonus damage for all elements. These are both 5 stars. Artifact sets. With Xingqiu being so energy recharge dependent, the main artifact set I recommend to go for is a 4-piece Emblem of Severed Fate. This will provide a flat 20% energy recharge. Also, it increases elemental burst damage by 25% of his energy recharge. A maximum of 75% bonus damage can be achieved. You can also do 4-piece Noblesse Oblige. This increases his elemental burst damage by an extra 20%. Upon using his elemental burst, it also provides a 20% attack boost to all party members in your group. This is a flat 20% for everyone, not 20% per character in your group, hence it does not stack. But since these are 4-piece sets, they are a bit more tedious to go obtain really good rolled ones, so I'll recommend something a bit more accessible and potentially easier to use, and that is a 2-piece Noblesse Oblige and a 2-piece Heart of Death. With this combination, you retain the 20% increase to his elemental burst damage, but also a 15% hydro damage bonus from the 2-piece Heart of Death. Still super solid to use even till this day. Main affixes to look out for are attack percentage on the Sands of Aeon, hydro damage on the Goblet of Eonatham, and crit rate or crit damage on the Circle of Logos. Minor affixes to look for are energy recharge first, in my opinion, crit rate, crit damage, or attack percentage. Also aim for a 1 to 2 crit rate crit damage ratio if possible. Example, if you have 50% crit rate, then aim for 100% plus crit damage. I understand not everyone will have the ideal or even perfect stats for artifacts. In some cases, it is much better to run a combination of mixed artifacts that provide better stats. I'd rather run a 4-piece Maiden Beloved with overall great stats as opposed to a 4-piece set that has unbalanced stats. It's totally fine, nothing wrong with that. You'll eventually get ideal or perfect artifacts within due time. Team compositions. Before I start, just because I learned this from my last video, but when I say one Hydro user, it refers to Xingqiu. I say that so you don't hear me say Xingqiu 20 million times. Plus, it's generalized, so it also can apply to other units as well. Vaporize. Any combination of 2 Pyro and 1 Hydro user. 4th slot can be your choosing. Pyro Resonance will provide a flat 25% attack to all current party members. Electro Charge. Any combination of 2 Electro and 1 Hydro user. 4th slot can be your choosing, and this composition excels in taking out multiple enemies. Freeze. Any combination of 2 Cryo and 1 Hydro user. 4th slot can be your choosing, and this composition excels in crowd controlling and also providing shatter for physical based damage units. Dendro Bloom, 2 Dendro and 1 or 2 Hydro users. This combination creates Dendro cores. Once they expire, they deal AoE damage. This amalgamation also sets up for 2 other combinations, which are Burgeon, Pyro Reaction, and Hyper Bloom, Electro Reaction. Final thoughts. Xingqiu was my favorite character in Genshin Impact until my gorgeous wife Yelan showed up. Always loved using him since release though. His skill set makes things super fun when combined with other units in my opinion. Super powerful at base but becomes insane with Constellations. Just like Fischl, if you do end up summoning a Xingqiu, I highly recommend to level him up and add him to a team of yours. Definitely worth the investment for now and in the long term. Alright, so second one down. Really hope this is under 10 minutes, but I'll find out when I'm editing the video. Hopefully I did well providing solid information within a condensed amount of time. Not sure who's next as I have a plethora of 4 stars leveled up to 90, so we'll all just have to wait and see. But thanks to those who watched this throughout. If you enjoyed or disliked today's video, you can either drop me a like or dislike. I'm always open to constructive criticism. Also, if you like, press that subscribe button to keep up to date with future content. Would appreciate that. Anywho, I'm Rad, you're all awesome. See you later.